Hi everyone, in this video I will only go through my main preferred scenarios on the high time frame, medium time frame and the low time frame, including potential trading setups. So on the high time frame we're looking for a WXY with then inside the X an ABC expanding flat, where the most common target is this white box over here for a wave C between 27.7k and 34k, currently working on this fifth wave after a very nice bounce of wave 4 that bounced perfectly on the 0.5 fib, which is the maximum target for wave 4, with the invalidation down here as wave 4 is not allowed to enter the price action of 1 for a nice long setup to the upside. Then over here, what's important to know is for a wave X, the 0.382 Fibonacci pulled from the all-time high to the low of W is a minimum target for a wave X, currently sitting at 29.7k. And it also so happens that this most common wave C target has actually very nice confluence with the support area that we had over the past couple of years, but now it can turn into resistance for then a very nice short trade. And as you can see, a short can be leaded inside this orange or inside this white target box, basically for then a move to the downside. Just keep in mind with the stop loss that over here this orange box is still a rare wave C target all the way up to basically 40k. Now when we look at wave 5 on the lower time frames, which I'll show you in a second, wave 5 might be in. I mean, this orange box over here is still a rare wave C target, and also we already hit the 0.618, which is the gray line over here, which is a minimum target for a wave 5. So currently wave 5, can it be in? Yes. Do we think it's in? I still expect a bit more upside because the most common wave C target is for a reason the most common one. However, it's just good to know that we did reach a minimum target for a wave 5. Then we go to my preferred scenario on the medium time frame, where over in wave 4 we've been looking for a WXY, finishing Y over here, and now moving to the upside, where the preferred scenario is still bullish, being a 1, 2, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but eventually looking for upside. However, when we look at a trading setup, as you can see as well, it's just a 4-hour time frame. We don't have too much structure on a medium time frame to really have a proper trading setup on the medium time frame following Elliott Wave rules, because this has been very impulsive. We don't want to just buy in the highs. We want to wait for a proper retracement, get a bit more structure in before then a potential trading setup long, because the high time frame preferred scenario is long, for then a potential trading long setup to the upside. Now what is good to know is that when we look at this push to the upside, we do have a bit of an order block over here, the red candle on the 4-hour before a push up. So that is at least a nice little bit of resistance beside other confluences that I have and will show you on the lower time frame right now, because now we go to the lower time frame and I'll toggle on my target boxes as well. Now this is my preferred scenario on the low time frame. It might seem like a very full chart actually, so let me clean this up just a little bit and toggle these ones off. So currently what I am thinking is that on the low time frame, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where we're currently in an ABC for potentially a wave 2. Eventually then we're looking for a wave 3 and then 4 and then 5 to the upside to get close to about the 30k area, as that is the common wave C target area as well. So as you can see, been looking here for wave A to the downside. Now wave B might be in over here, but I'll show you in a second a very low time frame preferred scenario, where eventually we're just looking for another leg to the downside. Because if we look over here, this was a nice leg A to the downside, quite impulsive as well, with a 5-wave count inside that move to the downside. And we're basically looking for an equal move to the downside as well after wave B is in, which it might have done because we did reach a minimum target, but I'll show you in a second. Now here you again see the same setup as I've basically shown on the medium time frame, but now on the lower time frames things become a little bit clearer, because we have a target box with a couple of confluences between 22.6 and 21.9k. The only thing that is still a question mark is the stop loss, because, well, yeah, you could put the stop loss below the target box in this potential trading setup, but we don't know if we're gonna wick. And also we should not forget that if we look at a wave 2, and I put on the fibs for a wave 2, the 0.786 is still a common target for a wave 2. So it is important to know that the stop loss, as you can see right now, I put it on the 0.786, but it's all about how are we going to approach this target box if we move to the downside and reach this target box. How is it going to approach the target box? How is the reaction of this target box going to be? And then depending on that reaction, we can see, based on your own strategy, your own entry requirements, you can then think, okay, this is or is not a trade for me. Now, the true invalidation of this scenario is if we go below the low that we made at 19.6K. And once again, we're just basically looking for more upside. And if we then go to the very low time frame preferred scenario, I'm basically looking at an ABC, where inside this wave B, currently looking for a WXY. I do have an alternative, by the way, where this is an ABC, but in an A and then a 3-wave B and then a C to the upside, you want to see wave C being quite impulsive. And so far, this doesn't look crazy impulsive. It looks more like slowly ranging to the upside. So a wave Y might be more suited in this scenario. The invalidation is up here at the high, 26.5K, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure then in wave A, followed by a 3-wave structure in the W, or this W can be moved to the left. And then we have a 3-wave here, followed by an expanded flat in X. And then eventually we're looking for a 3-wave in Y. The most common targets for wave Y is the 1-to-1 and the 1.236. And as you can see, we have a little bit of a reaction here at the 1-to-1, taken from the low of A to then the high of W to the low of X. And it currently sits at 25K, with the 1.236 being 25.3K. I do think it is quite important to note that we have a time naked point of control at 25,350, just above these highs as well, in confluence with the 1.236. So actually personally, I would like it if price would continue to move to the upside, take the liquidity above these highs as well, reach the time naked point of control, and who knows, maybe even reach the golden pocket as well. A rare target for wave Y is the 1.618, so that is at least important to note. However, if we look at a more like ABC structure, which I do want to show in this video, then the most common target is the white box over here for wave C, which also has nice confluence with the target box up there, which has a daily naked point of control at 26K. And also the Fibonacci, the 0.786, taken from the high to the low of A, also sits inside this target box. So actually that is quite a nice area of confluence. And when we then think about like potential trading setups, well, you can see the trade over here. I put the stop loss above this target box because I think if price really goes further to the upside, well, this scenario is invalidated and we play the probabilities. However, looking to the downside, like a potential trading setup based on Elliott waves, obviously no financial advice, is that one could enter positions like laddering in all the way to the upside, eventually having a solid stop loss with a solid risk management, and then eventually trading it to the downside, where the 1-to-1 from the high of A to the low of A to then the high of wave B is going to probably be very close to the blue target box that I have over here, which would then result in basically this short going then back into this potential long setup. So yeah, this is what I'm currently thinking. So I like to thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful or valuable to you. Thank you for watching once again, and I see you at my next Bitcoin update later today. Bye bye.